Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Passing It On, a culinary legacy for the next generation. And hi, I'm your host Reena Govender for today. Today I have with me Aunty Neela, who reigns from an area Mill Barracks and later moved into Campbellstown. Aunty Neela is she has healing power in her hands. Aunty Neela,
Yes.
what powers do you have in your hand? It's not like Superman now.
No.
Okay.
Maybe God gave me the gift.
Okay, she is basically, she can, if a child is sick, suffering with the nose, congestion in her nose, she can actually clear up the nose, yes. And what do you do, Neela Aunty, with that?
And blow the nose.
Yes, she actually blows, and that's like the whole way of
Yes.
clearing a child's nose.
And even the child got like wheezing every chest.
Yes.
And also put my hands in it.
Yeah,
Just
she actually
take it
uses
out,
her hand
yeah.
to pick up that
Phlegm out.
the phlegm out from the child. So she is actually very good with this. And last week I had a sprained neck, and she actually took out the tension just with her fingers. And she's given how many baths for kids, especially when they're born. They put them on the feet, the old-fashioned way of giving the child a bath. And she's done that. How many kids, Neela Aunty?
That I can't count it.
Okay, as you can see, it's countless.
Yes,
And how many
countless.
kids do you have?
I have 4 boys and
Yes.
2 daughters.
Okay, and grandchildren?
18.
Oh God, that's quite a bit. So she's come quite far. Now today, you must be wondering why we all dolled up today. Today is basically the heritage of our culture. The indentured laborers came to South Africa in the year 1860. And basically today is 158 years of our Indians from India coming to South Africa and creating a legacy here. And that's what Passing It On is about, creating that legacy. So now today we're going to make a meal called the Samp and mutton. Now the ingredients we have here, Aunty Neela, you want to
Yes.
just run through the ingredients, the spices?
Yes. I got dhania powder.
Okay, so she's got basically
And jeera powder.
that's crushed dhania powder,
Jeera powder.
jeera as well.
And Soomph powder.
She's got Soomph powder as well, and then
Yes.
she's got some rough salt.
Yes, and some turmeric powder.
Okay, and then
some
you've got ginger, garlic as well. Okay,
And I got this chili powder.
chili powder. Okay, and then over here she's got onions with a bit of cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yes.
Okay,
yes.
and then we've got some
Tomatoes.
grated tomatoes,
Yes.
and then we've got, for the Samp, we've got the mutton. Basically, this is for 2, a family of 2, okay? Husband and wife, that's 2. So we've got
Yes.
basically a half a kilo of lamb. Am I correct, Aunty Neela?
Yes,
Lamb.
yes.
So you can use C, but you need to
Can,
cook
but
it
it
more
take more
longer.
longer,
and stuff.
yes.
Okay, and then over here, we've got the beans,
Beans,
okay,
yes.
which needs to be boiled as well. Then we've
Yes,
got the
the
Samp,
Samp,
okay, and
yes. This is a slubo.
okay, this is a slubo beans. This is, when it's fresh, you can actually boil that and have, it's like a nut. And then if you boil all this together, you're going to get this. Basically, this is all boiled together.
Yes.
So you can actually boil this and keep it in the fridge. And when you feel like having Samp and mutton, you just take it out. In fact, you can actually put tin fish as well, Aunty Neela. Because I know in the Samp,
yes,
yeah, you
yes,
can
you
use
can,
tin fish.
tin fish.
You can just have it plain like
Yes, you
that
can
as
have
well.
it plain.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of combination that you can have with the Samp.
Yes,
So
yes.
basically, this is the ingredients for the Samp. Okay, Aunty Neela, and now you're going to show us how to prepare the
Yes.
mutton curry
Yes.
for the Samp. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to add, that's like 2 tablespoons oil.
Yes.
Okay. So if the mutton is, lamb is a bit fatty, you don't have to have too much of oil. Am I
Yes,
correct?
yes, yes.
Okay, so you're going to have the
Add
cinnamon.
some cinnamon.
That cinnamon sticks to that.
Yes, and
The onion, okay. Okay, so she's just going to stir that. Okay, so you have to wait for the onion to get a bit brown.
yes.
Okay, so we're going to let the onion simmer a bit till it turns color.
Yes.
And that's 1 big onion.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to stir that a bit. Okay, like that. So Aunty Neela, you don't use bay leaf, all that for your curry?
I use, but
But you can have it just a simple way?
yes.
Okay, okay. Because at home I use the bay leaf,
Bay leaf
and the seeds as well.
seeds,
Honey
yes.
okay. So you can see it's
Samp
getting brown.
you don't need.
Oh, you don't need all
Yes.
that? Okay, okay. So you're just going to stir that a bit. It's getting a bit brown as well. So is that ready now?
No, not
Just a bit.
yes.
Aunty Neela is very fussy with her cooking, and in fact I stay next to her, so I'm always awakened by the smell of her food, because she cooks absolutely delicious food. Is that almost done?
No, still a little bit.
Okay. You can see she's quite particular as to how brown the onions needs to be as well. All right. And now you're going to have the okay, so what is that? The Soomph.
Yes.
Okay. So the Soomph powder, that's say 1.5 teaspoons.
Yes.
Because we're using the small one. Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to add some turmeric powder to that.
Yes.
That's 1 teaspoon. Remember, we're using a smaller teaspoon, okay?
Yes.
And that's ginger garlic.
Yes.
Ginger garlic you have to add to the mutton curry because you don't want, the smell of flesh to be there. So that's ginger garlic. And as you can see, she's grated a tomato. Okay, she's going to mix that a bit. Okay, we're just going to stir that a bit.
The chili powder.
Okay, the chili powder. You use masala
This is masala.
as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you can mix your masala and chili powder to give you the color that you want as well.
Yes.
And it depends how hot you want. You can. She's going to use, I think, 3 tablespoons. About 3 tablespoons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she's going to add the meat to that. You can cut the meat, however big you want it.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to just stir that a bit. Okay, so this needs to cook a bit.
Yes.
Okay.
And then add some mutton spice.
Okay, so she's got some mutton spice as well.
Yes.
If you go to the shop, you will get the mutton spice
And
as
some
well.
barbecue.
Oh, okay. This is a first barbecue sauce spice as well. Okay.
Spice.
So
And some aromat.
okay, so this is quite a different twist. She's got barbecue, and you've got aromat.
And mutton.
Oh, so that's the recipe you use, Aunty
Yes,
Neela.
yes.
Okay.
Put some water.
Okay. All right. So we just have
Add
to wait
some
water to that.
And add some salt.
We're just going to drop some water to that. At home, what I do is you put the kettle on, so you actually can have boiled water.
Boiled water, yes.
Okay. So she's just going to stir that a bit. Okay, so now we just have to wait for the curry to cook a bit.
Cook a bit, yes.
Okay, the mutton has been cooking for about 15 minutes. Aunty Neela.
Yes, yes.
Okay, she's just going to check that. Going to check that. Okay, as you can see, the gravy has thickened a bit as well.
Yes.
And the curry is looking quite nice, rich
Yes.
color as well.
And then add 2 chilies in there.
So she added 2 chili in it as
Yes.
well, just to give
Yes.
it a bit of the hot, to make it hot. Okay.
And now I'm adding curry leaf and
Okay,
thyme.
she's adding curry leaf and thyme to that.
Together.
That's optional. I mean,
Yes.
curry leaf, well, we
Yes,
all have
we
curry
all
leaf at home.
And then add this.
So now you're going to add, okay, now she's
Yeah.
going to add the Samp mixture.
Samp
As you
mixture.
can see, she's got the Samp
And the beans.
Right.
And the slobo.
Okay, the slobo
Yes.
is my dad's favorite. In
Yes.
fact, when you boil it, the fresh one, it's like a nut that you just
Yes.
peel it. So she's
Yes.
going to add that in.
Yes.
And we're just going to stir that a bit. And now you can see it's mixing with the color of the curry as well.
Yes.
So it's got a rich color as well.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to let that cook for about, say, 5 minutes or 15 minutes?
About 15
minutes. The beans is already been boiled.
Boiled.
And so it's a bit
Yes.
soft as well. If
Yes.
you've got a pressure cooker, it's more easy to boil
Yes.
the beans as well.
Yes.
So we're just going to let that cook a bit. Okay, back to the pot. Aunty Neela, is
Yes.
it cooked now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
You want to
ready
stir
now.
that a bit?
Yes.
Okay, as you can see, it's thickened as well.
Yes.
And everything is mixed up nicely. It smells nice as well.
Yes.
Okay, and then what you're going to add to that?
Add some.
Your garnish.
Dhania.
Okay, she's just going to add some dhania to this, just to give it a bit of flavor. You know, in every house there has to be dhania. Okay, so
Dhania, thyme, and
yeah, so that's ready for plating. Okay, and now for the plating of the meal. Okay, Aunty Neela, you want to do that?
yes.
Okay. Okay, so she's just going to put that there. That's fine. Okay, the samp, it goes on its own. There's no need for you to add anything. Just if you want some pickles with that, that will be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So this is traditional samp
Dhania.
with your samp with mutton. Okay, and as you can see the chili there. It's
Yes.
quite the gravy is thick as well.
Yes.
So and the meat as well. And Aunty Neela, the lamb, it took like about say 20 minutes
Yes.
to cook.
Yes.
And if we have to use the sea,
See, it takes about 1 hour, 1.5 hours
so
sometimes.
so you can see the sea takes quite
Yes,
long, and
quite
that's the
long,
reason the
yes.
lamb is quite cheap. Expensive
expensive,
as
yes.
well, because it cooks fast. So if you're
Yes.
working and tired from work as well, it's an easy and a fast meal
Yes,
as well.
yes.
So Aunty Neela, to you, we want to say thank you so much for
Yes.
sharing your recipe with us, and we really have learned
Yes.
a simple, and the time it's just 20 minutes straight. And that's quite good for
Yes.
people that are working and so on.
Yes, yes.
So thank you so much for sharing your recipe
You're
to us.
welcome.
And remember, followers, please like us on Facebook, share the video with your friends and your family, and also on YouTube. And remember, eating is a necessity, but cooking is an art. So make sure you pass it on to the next generation.
Yes.